be educated, but I'm so frustrated.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Music Mindset channel. Ernie Isley. Yeah, I know some of y'all are going to be thinking, here we go again with Ernie Isley. But bear with me. After my last video highlighting why I think Ernie Isley is the greatest guitarist since Jimi Hendrix, I saw a mix of agreement and skepticism in the comments, suggesting to me that it might be the genre that he plays in that's got y'all kind of confused, you know what I mean? Or you just not familiar with his work or his songs or the Isley Brothers group. Well, today, I'm going to bring in some undeniable evidence to back up the claim that I made. And, you know, finally, like in 2024, they're starting to recognize that Ernie Isley is as good as I say he is. You know what I mean? It's that genre thing. I always say it's the genre, man. People like Pat Metheny, Wes Montgomery, a lot of great guitar players don't get the recognition that they deserve because of the genre that they play in. You know, you don't like that type of music, then now that player isn't great type of thing, you know what I mean? But I'm going to tell you what, Ernie Isley has been playing with the Isley Brothers all his life, and I'm going to tell you something. Let's start off. The Isley Brothers have gotten a lot of awards. They received several prestigious awards and recognition throughout their career. Notably, as a member of Isley Brothers, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1992. The group has also received a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award in 2014. This accolade celebrated their influence across multiple genres, including R&B, funk, soul, and rock. Additionally, the Isley Brothers earned a Grammy Award in 1970 for the best R&B vocal performance by a duo or a group for their iconic hit, It's Your Thing. I mean, the group's significant cultural and musical impact has led to their continued recognition as one of the most versatile. Man, let me tell you something. The Isley Brothers are a lot better than most of y'all know. Summer Breeze, those type of songs, that's like a crossover type of song that they did, a remake and stuff like that. But I still say that Ernie Isley is one of the top musicians they are. He's the greatest guitar player since Jimi Hendrix. And in 2024, Guitar Center had an award ceremony where they recognized him, giving him a Lifetime Achievement Award. We can see more of that at the end of the video. So let's go ahead and watch this, but make sure you watch the whole thing before you start trying to comment or forming an opinion. Go through this whole thing with me and you'll recognize that what I'm saying is actually true. Ernie Isley is a lot better than a lot of people recognize, and we're going to find out right now. Let's just go ahead and jump right into this thing, man. Have some fun with it, too. Yeah, man, I need you to watch to the end so you can understand why we said what we said. So in 1992, Ernie Isley performed at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony to honor Jimi Hendrix and the Jimi Hendrix Experience. They were being inducted that year. This event wasn't just any ceremony, it was a celebration of Hendrix's enduring legacy, recognizing him as one of the most groundbreaking and influential musicians in rock history. The Hall of Fame could have chosen any guitarist to play Hendrix's iconic song, Purple Haze, as part of the tribute, but they chose Ernie Isley. But why? Why Ernie? Because Ernie had something few others did, a unique skill and a personal connection to Hendrix that shaped his own playing style. As a teenager, Ernie grew up watching Hendrix practice and perform with the Isley Brothers in a home where Hendrix had started his career. I know you guys know that. Hendrix's creativity, soul, and fiery style left a profound mark on Ernie, giving him a unique authenticity in interpreting Hendrix's music. And let's set the record straight. Ernie Isley is not just another guitarist. He's a powerhouse, a creative force who's been shaping music for decades. Yet despite this, some of y'all still doubt his place among the greats, claiming he's not on that level, or some of the top guitar legends. But I need an answer to one question. If Ernie wasn't up to par, then why in 1992 did the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame trust him? Some of y'all might be too young to know that, and others may be too old to remember. I mean, of all the great guitarists in the world, and on that stage that night, most of whom were influenced by Jimi Hendrix, they picked Ernie Isley to play Hendrix's iconic Purple Haze at the induction. Let's break down why Ernie Isley was chosen and why the decision to pick him was no coincidence. You see, that night the stage was packed with various music legends. There was Jeff Beck, Jimmy Page, Eric Clapton, Keith Richards, Carlos Santana, Steve Cropper, and more great music legends in attendance. So when it came time to play tribute to Jimi Hendrix, the Hall of Fame had many options. Icons from every corner of the music world right there. Yet, it was Ernie Isley who was chosen to take the stage that night and deliver a rendition of Purple Haze. And that performance had the audience spellbound.
Excuse me while I kiss the sky.
So why Ernie? because he wasn't just any guitarist like y'all think. Even though a lot of people miss this, the industry secretly recognized his greatness. You know they got their reasons. And he was also a musician inspired and somewhat shaped by Hendrix himself. Imagine being a teenager watching Hendrix play in your home, sharing riffs and techniques, and absorbing the sheer creative energy that would define rock and funk. By the time Ernie picked up his guitar, Hendrix's influence was already a part of him in a way no one else on that stage could claim. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame didn't just pick anyone, they picked Ernie because they knew the truth and also were aware of his unique connection to Hendrix's legacy. Hendrix himself credited the Isley family with being a massive part of his own journey, and Ernie embodied that relationship. His style wasn't a simple imitation of Hendrix, it was an evolution, blending Hendrix's groundbreaking work with Ernie's own voice. Some people miss the point entirely, thinking that if Ernie doesn't fit in their image of a guitar god, he's somehow less. Man, that's wrong. Ernie's solos are celebrated for their melodic intelligence, his ability to fuse soul with rock, and a tone that tells its own story with every note. Now, if you understand music, Ernie had to be able to play melodic solos through many genres of music, not just through one or two repetitive chords like in a lot of rock songs. He understands how to play through and solo in many types of song progressions. That's not easy to do. Now, these are facts. Some rock guitarists could never play jazz or R&B. Think about that. And Ernie's never just been about flashy theatrics. His focus is on musicianship and creating an emotional journey. Or just take it from me, legends like Carlos Santana and Eddie Van Halen have praised Ernie's guitar work. When Ernie hits those strings, it's unmistakable. Yes, you can hear Hendrix's influence, but it's pure Ernie. And let's be clear, not every guitarist has that effect. Think about it, man. At the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, in front of music's elite, they saw greatness in Ernie. These legends were nodding along to Ernie's rendition of Purple Haze. And you can see Johnny Cash even rocking to it, you know what I'm saying? They knew he was the right choice to represent Hendrix. If Ernie wasn't on their level, would they be grooving with him and applauding him and things like that? Ernie Isley may not be as mainstream as some of the other guitar legends that you know, and you know there's obvious reasons to why that's true, but that's what makes him special. He's a musician's musician, the unsung hero. And if you're still doubting him...
Hey, my name is Ernie Isley, member of the Isley Brothers, and tonight is the night.
So the whole idea was to get with the foundation, honor Ernie, raise some money, and bring some great musicians out.
So we have Greg here, the music director for the evening. We're so happy to have you here celebrating Ernie Isley having the Lifetime Achievement Award with the Guitar Center Music Foundation.
I am just overwhelmed with gladness. I'm so happy for Ernie. This is extremely long overdue, and I couldn't be more pleased and honored to be part of it.
I don't have the adequate words to express both the excitement and the gratitude and the acknowledgement, you know, from the Guitar Center, and it's great.
The next time someone questions Ernie Isley's place in music history, just remember that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame trusted him with the ultimate honor. Play Hendrix's signature song in front of an audience filled with music legends, and he nailed it. Because Ernie Isley is not just a guitarist, he's a legend, and it's time we recognize his greatness. Keep in mind, just because you're not familiar with his music or him as an artist, doesn't mean he's not great. I like to say Pat Metheny to me is one of the greatest guitar players to ever pick up a guitar, but a lot of y'all don't even know who he is. Yeah, man, I meant what I said, and I'm keep on saying what I'm saying. I wasn't that convinced until I saw this dude play in Aruba with the Isley Brothers, and up to that point, I knew about him and I knew about him, but I didn't know he was that great, man. I saw the fire in his playing and the skills that he had, and I realized, man, I had been missing out on the fact of how great he was. Ernie Isley, the greatest guitar player since Jimi Hendrix. Disregard the genre thing and recognize the plan. I'll check you guys out next time on the Music Mindset channel. I appreciate that. I hope you appreciated this video, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.